Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who hit me up with a specific question. But this person was generous to let me put this reading public on the channel so that it can help anyone who happens to stumble across it. So if you found this reading, then stay tuned. Maybe there's some information that will come through for you as well. And I also wanted to let you know that John is here for this reading. This is a reading with me and John.
Hello.
And for the next 2 weeks, John and I are going to be doing a sale on our readings together. $44 for a reading with me and John. So hit me up, email me if you're interested, and you can have a reading like this one. Ask us any question or love reading, twin flame reading, career, finances, and we'll see what we can do for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and read this person's email so you guys can get a bit better picture of what this question is. And John and I are just going to use our cards, and he's going to use his runes to tap into the message. I even have some tools here with me. I have some maps because this reading is actually going to require me to use some of my psychic senses on the map. So I'm actually really excited for this. Funny enough, I've been practicing using this sense at my friend's house. He has this globe, and so I've been using my psychic senses and answering people's questions related to locations and travel, using it. So it's been fun and interesting, and I'm excited to use this with you. So this person writes, "Dear Rainbow Harmony, I'm drawn to your channels and others alike. I'm open to tarot readings, herbs, crystals, energy work, and healings. Sadly, no one else in my immediate family can relate to me. I can't ask questions about my grandparents or my great-grandparents because my parents don't seem to know their grandparents or ancestors. This is why I'm seeking your help. I would like to know if I have ancestors who were shamans or healers, and if so, are they guiding me on this path I'm walking down? Thanks in advance for everything. You can share my readings with others, as I know I'm not alone on this issue. I look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks." So, first of all, I want to say that I have called in your ancestors, I've called in your grandparents, I've called in your great-grandparents, and they're here. And they've caused me basically to have a really strong impression around one specific place, which we're going to explore. I feel like it is somewhere northern because we pulled the salmon, and I do feel like you have some North American roots for sure, like perhaps some Native American roots, but I also see something over in Europe, which is really standing out to me. So something up north, and I feel like it's very possible you have Celtic roots. And so we're just going to get started. We're going to go to the map, and I'm feeling to see any area that's tingling or standing out to me. I already had a very strong psychic impression around a specific area. Yeah, and you know what? This is really standing out to me. Hang on. Okay, yeah, something around North America for sure. Do you want to pull some cards for that, John? Do you want to pull some cards for North America?
Okay.
And focus on that? And then I'm going to focus on this over here. So John's pulling cards about your North American roots and your ancestors over there. And I'm really focusing on this area. Okay. Oh my gosh, you pulled the bear? No way. The name that she contacted with me. Oh my gosh, you're gonna freak out. Look at this. She contacted me with the handle Brown Bear. That's her name. That's her name. That's her little email name. Oh, sorry, I'm tripping out right now. I had a feeling he was gonna pull the bear card for you, and here it is. And this is obviously a sign of North America. I mean, could we get more North American when it comes to like a spirit animal? So interesting. He's going to be looking into that. I'm definitely feeling a strong impression over here. And I wonder if I could get more specific.
And one of the things I was thinking was, I had somebody tell me maybe some things to check out for myself, and as a result of my own kind of exploration of that heritage and like trying to look into it for myself, I was able to really connect the dots. I feel like it's a great opportunity to use this information to go and kind of like take a peek for yourself and actually try something. So for the bear, I got this general message that that maybe consider practicing this idea of trying to understand what the dream world might be like for you personally, and maybe see what appears visually. Maybe see if you feel like there's a connection to that place there, or if you feel like it's strange to you. Like, how do you relate to the images that you see in the dream world? And that might provide an answer. Or just maybe ask. One of the things we love to do is, as soon as you ask very clearly and specifically before you go to bed that you want to remember your dreams.
Yes.
It tends to work.
Yeah, ask before you go to bed. Just like pray that you'll receive messages or guidance or clarity. And I did that recently, and I had been getting so many messages about an opportunity, and I had a dream that I literally was sitting around like with some angels, and they told me there's an opportunity coming. They just like said it to me, like, hey, there's an opportunity coming. And I woke up the next day and I remembered the dream clear as day, and I was like, well, there's my confirmation that an opportunity is coming. So ask for guidance, ask for clarity, ask that you remember your dreams. I love that. Thank you, John. So this area on the map is really standing out to me. I don't know is that like a type of
Sioux?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Native American?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you might have some Sioux roots. You might want to look into that. Can you Google that for me, John? Thank you. I wish I knew more, but I was too busy during my history classes daydreaming, and they don't teach you about this stuff in America anyways, unfortunately. They don't teach us our real roots. So I'm this area right here in South Dakota, in Nebraska. Something's really dry. Like my fingers were wow, they are tingling like crazy. Like my psychic senses are tingling hardcore, and I've been led to this area on the map. And so, yeah, look that up for me, John.
It says they're also known as the Lakota.
They're known as the Lakota. Interesting.
Yeah, and they're associated with the Dakotas, the states.
Yeah, interesting.
But they're North American.
Yeah, interesting. So that could be some roots in your family, or just like some spiritual roots, some ancestral roots. So yeah, definitely some signs in North America. So can you pull some more cards about North America and maybe tap into this a little bit more if there's any ancestors?
Well, and what I wanted to say in general too is something that really helped me understand was heritage and blood, physical blood, in terms of like maybe your blood ancestry can sometimes like not really make sense.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I was thinking to myself when I decided to try this stuff out, because I had some things that didn't quite make sense as far as my bloodline was concerned, but I was deeply connected to them. So I just decided to kind of like set that aside temporarily and just try and feel it out and just give it a chance, so to speak.
Just be open. Obviously, you don't want to like culturally appropriate or anything, but I'll be real with you. Legitimately, Pocahontas is my 9th great-grandmother, and I'm like tied to her. Like my family married into her, but I'm not close enough to obviously be able to like claim that, and I wouldn't go posting about that and like wearing like, you know, a Native American headdress or anything around because of it. Like, but sometimes there are like certain Native American proverbs or rituals or prayers that I like to do sometimes that
It's more
like
personal.
that are
It's
it's very
personal.
personal to me that I like to adopt. And it's, you know, so obviously we're talking about like your roots here that are very personal to you and that are very like special to you, and you can study these and like adopt whatever feels comfortable to you, and like just I feel like the path is really going to take you. And yeah, it's a personal journey.
Yeah, it's
I felt
personal.
kind of weird, like, because I had this whole period of time where I wanted to study Pocahontas. I wanted to study her story. I wanted to know everything. And it was, yeah, it was a very personal journey of mine. So I see you studying this for sure. So that's why we're giving you like all these like tools. But you're going to find your own gems of wisdom along the way. So now we're going to go here to Europe because there's something over here, like in this area. I'm feeling in this area right here. And I feel like I already know where it is, but I'm going to just still test it out. Oh my gosh, I think it's Norway. This song by one of my favorite bands, Beach House, called Norway, just popped into my head. It's like, Norway. How funny. So yeah, I think it's Norway. And I told him, before we even pulled cards, I told him that I felt like it was Norway. Something about Norway. And John actually has some roots over there too. So he's going to pull you some runes. Oh wow, he already pulled you some runes. And this is actually like a Celtic tradition. And I feel like you have Celtic roots. And I feel like if you want to do tarot, or you want to get spiritual, maybe you can look into getting some runes or making some of your own runes. So what runes are, they're basically just like another type of tarot, but they're like more ancient and they're Celtic and they're legit. And the readings he's been giving me with these have been like intense, like legit. Like they've been helping me find my balance and direction. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you about this whole Norway thing, and while John does his research. But yeah, there's something going on for you in Norway, and I feel like interesting. There's like a past life in Norway. Like there's a part of you that misses it. There's like a part of you that like belongs there. I mean, this makes a lot of sense, like northern kind of vibes. I mean, this definitely makes me think about that area. I feel like, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say just real quick, the one that I pulled represents the sky god in Norse mythology, which is Tyr, and his general, like, aside from being a god of war, is a god of like justice, and law. Like he's an upholder of justice and law. So if that means anything to you, just let us know.
Yeah, empowerment. That's totally, I just pulled that card basically. It's like empowerment. So yeah, maybe they're saying like let this empower you, like your spiritual roots, like finding who you are and like understanding this, doing the study on like the Nordic traditions, Celtic traditions, maybe even Native American, maybe even, you know, researching more about your connection with the bear and the bear spirit animal. I mean, the bear is the first card that came out for you, and your email name is Brown Bear. So I find that so fascinating. And the bear has to do with boundaries. You know, you're talking about how your family just doesn't understand. And, you know, it's very interesting. So many people I know who are like taking these more spiritual paths, or who are just like opening up and trying new things. You know, we find ourselves in the middle of very strict, very rigid families who might not understand. And so like follow your path, research what you want to research, incorporate what you want to incorporate into your life. Like, this is your life, this is your path. Discover who you are, celebrate your life in your own way, and be who you are. And like, I feel like what we're talking about here is you having boundaries and creating sacred space for you to be yourself. And I think that's going to be a huge part of your journey.
Yeah,
So.
and I was gonna say too, this message from the sky god is kind of sinking in for me and telling me like, maybe you're feeling like, um, you're missing out on stuff, but my message from the sky god really is also in terms of law and justice. This idea that you are the missing link.
Oh wow.
That
Yes.
that you, with a sense of justice and integrity with the role that you feel you're going to play in life, that you're going to actually like be a missing link for people.
Yeah.
And it's going to like, it's like you're the one who's willing to make the sacrifice and be the one with integrity.
You're a psychic, you're a clairvoyant. You're kind of like us, to be honest.
Yeah. So
I feel like you mentioned, you're into tarot, you're into those things. You want to know more. You're a brilliant writer. We can tell that already. Like you have.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
feel like this is also a message that like you're the kind of person who naturally wants to be the person that like holds people accountable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, empowerment. So basically what's going on is you're having an ego death, and like you're starting to like just become more peaceful and like forgiving, like you're clearing out like old wounds. I see something here about a breakup. I see like a dark night of the soul. I see the spiritual awakening. I see your transition. And I see it's very possible that if you are really interested in this, you can make a career out of it. You can make it part of your life. And I urge you to start Instagram or to start a YouTube and start sharing like readings, or to start sharing your insight or your knowledge or whatever your gifts are. And definitely, you know what, hit me up for a talents and gifts reading. You know what, my readings right now are only $44, and we can do it with John again if you're interested. So hit me up if you want a talents and gifts reading. We can make that happen. But also search your soul. You know the answers here. I feel like you kind of already know what a lot of your talents and gifts are, and you're definitely very insightful. This card is very rare. Usually when it comes out, this card is telling me to trust myself and to trust my insight. It's like a very personal card to me, because this is me, the seer. But today this card is coming out for you, and it's telling you that you're very psychic and you're very clairvoyant, and maybe this is something you want to take for your path.
Yeah, and one of the things I wanted to say about this specifically is like the justice card, and that is also saying like, if like she's saying, to be yourself and to use your own sense of guidance to find direction when you try and help people, instead of thinking about what the rules are for a culture or the rules are for a group of people. To find your own guidance. Because that's something that's going to help you have that confidence to help people and to hold people accountable. In like a healthy way, without being destructive, you know?
Yeah, totally. And you know what? I feel your ancestors here. I feel like they're all around you. I feel like they're rooting for you. I feel like they're like, finally, someone in the family's waking up to continue on this beautiful tradition. I think if you look in your family, you might realize that your parents are very clairvoyant. They might not know it. I feel like they have a gift of claircognizance, and they're very they're very smart. They have an inner knowing, and I feel like you've inherited like a lot of empathy, especially from your mom, and a lot of like a connection with animals and a connection with spirits, and even like being like mediumship. I see you being a medium as well. Like basically you talk to dead people. So I see like a connection with the other side. It's like you're born with a foot in both worlds. So I'm forgetting this is actually a public reading. So if anybody is watching this and you're feeling like, wow, this is me, like, let me encourage you. Like, if you want to take this path of being a clairvoyant, of being a psychic, of doing a life coach, or starting some kind of healing art or healing business, you totally can. Take it one step at a time. Remember to always ground yourself and always take care of yourself first. You can only help heal people from, the abundance and the love and the healing you give yourself, from the cup that runs over. You can't give to anybody when you're ragged and when you're worn out and when you're broken down. So I actually do see like a lot of you guys who are watching need a little bit more healing before you're ready to take this path. But it's all about balance. And I see like it like a lot of you guys who found this channel probably are inspired by how I'm doing this. And I want you guys to know, like, it's really fun. Like, yes, it's stressful, especially when your system's down like mine has been. And everyone's emailing asking me where their personal readings are. Don't worry, you guys, they're coming. But honestly, I love this job. I wake up every day, I'm super happy, I'm pumped. And if you like helping people, if you feel very connected with the spirits and with the energies, and like you're interested in learning about your ancestors and about spirituality and about traditions and cultures, it's definitely like a good job for you. And not like a job, it's a lifestyle. It's like who you are. Like it's like people who were born to be a shaman, you're born to be a shaman. Just like Beyonce was born to sing, you know, it's like you're born to see. And wow, I'm getting so many chills. I just said you're born to see, and I'm getting chills. And yeah, I just have such a obviously strong connection with you in this reading, because obviously this is what I do, and I feel like you found me for a reason. Like we're similar. So John, let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Messages from her ancestors and grandparents. We might not be able to tell you exactly who these people are. We found some places on the maps. We found some little clues and tidbits. We can uncover more if you want to do some more readings in the future. But let's go ahead and just tap in and get some messages from the ancestors for like where to look or where to search, or any messages from your ancestors. Messages from the ancestors. Have you seen my angel deck? It's missing. Oh wow. Okay. So I do see that like the ancestors are there to definitely help you, and like they will be generous with you. When I really want to get shit done, I pray to my ancestors. I love the angels, I love the universe, I love God, whatnot, but sometimes I'm just like, all right, ancestors, this is a job for you guys. Let's see, like, can you help me with this thing? And they never disappoint. So pray to your ancestors, ask them for things. They're honored to help. They're honored to like be respected. And I feel like you need to spend time in meditation with them. I feel like you're very spiritual. So like, this is no like foreign concept to you to like spend time in meditation with them. And I feel like they're going to come to you. I feel like they're coming to you in dreams. I feel like you already have connection with some of them. I feel like you're being very guided by them. Most of your guides, your spirit guides, are ancestors. There's signs. They're sending you signs about your creativity. I feel like you're channeling your ancestors a lot when you're being creative, and there's something they want you to finish. There's some kind of finished product. They want you to come up with something, which is very interesting. Stir pots. Maybe it's time for you to start like open up like a healing shop or something, or I really feel like you need to start working on offering readings or services or something like that. I would love to give you a career reading. But they're also wanting you to be playful. They're saying, have fun, like enjoy. Like I keep trying to, like with Rainbow Harmony, like sometimes my energy gets drained. I'm like frustrated, but I'm like, you know what? Like, why not just do whatever I want? Like, that's why I've been doing makeup tutorials lately, because I've been like, you know what? If I don't really feel like it, like I feel like doing my makeup, so I'll show you guys a makeup tutorial. Like, find different ways to like have fun and to be in the flow when it comes to moving forward, because I feel like this is a long path. You're going to have to start, putting your work out there.